Hello students, let's continue with chapter number 11, that is circle. Okay, and in the previous video we had completed up till practice set 42. Let's proceed further. Now the next topic what we are going to learn in this chapter is arc of a circle. Okay children, we are going to learn about arc of a circle. Something about arc we had learned in standard 5th, right? You have learned about the circle arc in standard 5th also a little bit, just introduction little. So now let us see what is there in this part of the chapter. Now arc of a circle means what children, as I had already said also, and here it is nothing but a part of a circle is called as an arc. Okay, so it is a part of a circle. Now this is a part, so from here till here you can consider one arc, from here till here also you can consider. So it is a part of a circle. A part of a circle is called the arc. Okay, now here see children, we can see this figure. You can see here I have drawn one chord, that is AB. Okay, so you can see this chord is dividing the circle in two parts. Okay, and this, okay, one part and second part downwards. Okay, so this chord AB is dividing the circle in two parts. Okay, so each part is called the arc of a circle. Each part is forming an arc. Yes, you can see, if we suppose, you just imagine if this both parts are separated, then it will be like a semicircle, small. It will be which shape children? It will be small, this arc shape. Okay, so this is nothing but the arc. Here you can see that arc AXB is smaller arc and arc AYB is a bigger arc. Okay children, so here arc AXB is a smaller arc and it is called as the minor arc. It is also called as minor arc. So what it is, arc AXB is called the minor arc because it is smaller arc, and arc AYB is a bigger arc and it is called as the major arc. Okay, it is called as the major arc. And if two arcs of a circle, now see children, this both arcs, okay, AXB, so the A and B are the endpoints of the minor arc also, and A and B are the endpoints of the major arc also, that is AYB. What is the endpoint? Arc starts from A and ends with B. Here also for major arc starts from A, ends with B. So if such is the case, that means if two arc, okay, one minor arc and one major arcs makes a complete circle, then such arcs are said to be corresponding arcs. They are called as the corresponding arcs. So here I have written the point. If two arcs of a circle have common endpoints and the arcs make one complete circle, the arcs are said to be corresponding arcs. So here children, two arcs, which are the two arcs? Here arc AXB and arc AYB. Okay, AXB and arc AYB are corresponding arcs. So I hope children this much is clear to you, that okay, in a circle the arc which is smaller is called the minor arc and the arc which is bigger is called the major arc. And you have to just remember what is an arc is nothing but a part of a circle. It can be, see children, it can be only this much also. This much part can also be considered as arc. This much part is also can be considered as arcs. Okay. Now next important term is children, the diameter of a circle give rise to two equal arcs. Okay, you can see this diameter AB, it is dividing the circle in two equal parts. So each part is called as a, okay, each part is a arc, and these arcs are called semicircular arcs. Okay, each arc is called as the semicircular arcs. Okay, so diameter give rise to two arcs and they are called as the semicircular arcs. That point you have to remember. The next important topic is central angle and the measure of an arc. Okay, very important topic. This is central angle and the measure of an arc. Now what is a central angle? So children, see here, you can see one figure is there, right? So let me tell the definition first. An angle whose vertex is the center of the circle is called central angle. Okay, so you can see children, an angle whose vertex is the center of the circle is called central angle. That means, now you can see children, here angle AOB. You can see angle AOB. Here center is O and this O center is nothing but the vertex of this angle. Okay, you know, no children, what is vertex? Vertex is nothing but where both the arms of the angles meet. So you can see this arm AO and OB. Okay, AO and BO, we can say both meet at this point O, and O is also the center of the circle. So such an angle is called central angle. So you have to remember that A angle here, angle whose center is a vertex. Okay, angle whose vertex is a center, or you can say, okay, vertex is a center or center is a vertex, both the cases okay, same. So it is called the central angle. So AOB is here central angle, as O is the center of the circle and O is also the vertex of the angle. Now in this figure children, angle AOB is the central angle. Now the measure of the angle subtended at the center by an arc is taken as the measure of the arc. So what is the meaning of this statement children? That the measure of an angle subtended at the center by an arc is taken as the measure of the arc. So what is the meaning of this? It is saying that, see children, this is one arc APB. Okay, you can see this arc APB. Okay, this is a small arc, so we'll call it as a minor arc. Now this minor arc APB, okay, this is giving rise to an angle. Okay, minor arc APB, it is giving rise to an angle. So this statement means that the measure of the angle, okay, measure of this angle, whatever is the measure of this angle, will be the same measure of this arc. If this measure of angle is 70 degree children, then measure of this arc, minor arc, so I will write here, therefore if suppose measure of angle AOB is equal to 70 degree, therefore measure of arc APB will also be 70 degree. This is the meaning of this particular statement. So in simple words, you just have to remember, whatever is the measure of the central angle, same will be the measure of the minor arc in that particular figure. Okay, in that particular figure. Again I repeat children, so whatever is the measure of the central angle, same will be the measure of the minor arc, not the major arc children. Here APB is a small arc, right? APB, only this much. This is a small arc, and remaining this AQB becomes a, here in this figure children, what will be the minor arc? APB, arc APB, this much is your minor arc, and AQB becomes a major arc. So I am speaking about the minor arc. Minor arc, measure of the minor arc will always be equal to the central angle. Clear? So this is the meaning of this particular statement. So I have just written it, therefore measure of arc APB will be equal to measure of the central angle, and we are writing in symbol children. So this is how to read this, measure, this bracket, so measure of arc APB. How to read this in symbol? You will write measure of arc. Now see children, there is no need to write, in mathematical symbol we have written, so no need to write of. This bracket itself contains the word of. So measure of arc APB is equal to measure of angle AOB, because AOB is your central angle. Now here again I wrote, therefore measure of minor arc is equal to measure of the central angle. Now what about the measure of the major arc? So measure of major arc will always be equal to 360 minus measure of the corresponding minor arc. That means children, now we suppose in the question comes, what will be the measure of the major arc, bigger arc, right? We have to find the value of the bigger arc. In that case you have to subtract that is 360 minus, you have to write measure of the corresponding minor arc, whatever will be the corresponding value of the minor arc, that you have to separate, then you will be getting. So I hope children these points are very clear to you, and you have to just remember one thing, one measure of a complete circle. If I say what will be the measure, what is the measure of this one complete circle children, so you have to remember that the measure of a complete circle is always 360 degree. One complete circle is nothing but 360 degree, as you already know, right? Now when we have drawn the angles and all, we have learned that one complete circle, measure of a complete circle is nothing, what? 360 degree. So children, one more thing can come, that what is the measure of the semicircular arc? Now if measure of this complete circle is 360, so half of 360 will be 180 degree. 180 degree. So measure of the semicircular arcs will always be 180 degree. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind. The measure of a semicircular arc is 180 degree and measure of a complete circle is 360 degree. That is why we are taking here 360 minus measure of the corresponding minor arc. Now in a question, if central angle is given and if you have to find both the arc, minor also and major also children, in that case what you will do, first you will find the minor arc, because you know central angle and minor arc are same, and then whatever, okay, you get the value of the minor arc. Afterwards, to find the major arc, you just have to subtract it from 360 degree. So now here I have drawn two figures we have drawn. Now see children, look at this first figure. Here you can see that, okay children, here you can see I have written the point. Okay, here we have, this is your S. Okay, now here consider this figure 1. Okay, this is your figure 1 and this is your figure 2. Now look here children, in this figure 1, what is the central angle? Name of the central angle in figure 1. What is the name of the central angle? POQ. So your central angle, what is the name of this central angle children? Central angle. Central angle is what? Is nothing but, what is the central angle? Is what? Angle POQ. POQ is a central angle. And what is the value of POQ? That is how much? It is 60 degree, right? Value is 60 degree. Now if I say what will be the measure of this minor arc, PSQ or QSP. So how are we going to write? Measure of arc PSQ will be also equal to children how much? 60 degree. Why? Because central angle and this are same. Okay. Now this I am doing orally children, but when we will do the sum, we will write the steps one by one step, and this I am just explaining. Now if I have to find the value of this major arc PRQ, okay, if we have to find the value of this major arc, okay, so measure of this minor arc is 60 degree. If I have to find the measure of the major arc, so measure, you can write in short, okay, measure of arc. What is your major arc? PRQ. That is P, okay children, measure of major arc is PRQ. PRQ, that will be equal to 360 minus measure of the corresponding minor arc. So that is 360 degree minus 60, and that is equal to 300 degree. That is measure of arc PRQ. So children, this much step we have to do, okay, if we have to find the major arc. So this much steps we have to write. Central angle is POQ, that is 60 degree, and measure of the minor arc is 60 degree, and the measure of the major arc is 300 degree. Now one more figure is drawn over here children. You can see this figure, second figure. Let us see the second figure. In the second figure you can see your central angle. Okay, in the second figure, here is your here is your second figure. In this second figure, your central angle is M, right? This is MON. Therefore, what is the name of the central angle? We are now doing about figure number 2. Okay, so here central angle, what is the name of the central angle? Central angle is equal to angle MON, right? MON. And what is the value? Suppose if I write here, say for example 80 degree, okay, if you are writing it 80 degree, so it will be measure angle that is equal to 80 degree. Now measure of minor arc, what is the name of the minor arc? MPN. Measure of arc MPN is equal to also 80 degree. Why? Both are equal. Now we are coming up, we will find the major arc. So we'll write measure of arc. What is the name of the major arc here? MQN. MQN. MQN is equal to 360 minus, okay, minus measure of, here I am writing measure of corresponding corresponding minor arc, and that is 360 minus 80 degree. Okay, and that will be equal to, that is equal to 280 degree. Okay students, so this is all about the arc of how to find the measure of the arc. So I hope children these terms are very clear to you. Okay.